hesitate. If you detain someone and they end up getting released, guess what? You investigated, you did your job. You're good. But yeah, that's it.
You will face no repercussions for doing so.
All right, everybody that has a vest on, go. Actually, no. Vests are staying. Those without vests, you're going across the barrier.
Copy.
I do have a wrench on me. I'm not sure if we could use that.
Radio check.
10-2.
10-2.
Sure, that's fine. Yeah, we can use them. Okay, so essentially what's going to happen here is they're going to be responding to an actual stabbing call. 2 of you are going to go behind the building over there.
He just
and one
like,
of you guys is...
I love
Goog, thank you.
masturbating with toothpaste.
31 months. I
fucking
appreciate
Larry,
it.
you have the
vinegar.
wrench, right?
My name is Shaw.
Yes, sir.
I shit you not. That's
All right,
what he
somebody's
calls
going to go with you. They're going to
Billy,
act
thanks
like
for
the
the
one that's
16
been
months.
stabbed.
Goog, thanks for the 21.
Somebody else is going to go to where the silos are, not on top, but kind of like behind them, and with the knife, and they're going to be the actual one that stabbed them. And you're essentially going to give them some kind of made-up story about how the person that stabbed them ran away. And then Emily, you're going to go up on top of the roof right next to us.
I need you to put your vest on.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm on the stabber?
No, you're not going to be the stabber.
No.
But they are going to say about... They're going to say that the person that did stab... that did stab him ran away. So who wants to be the victim?
I'm a good victim.
All right, you can be the victim. You two go... Actually, we'll all go behind the building.
It might throw him off stabbing, and I have a wrench. I don't know if you plan on having somebody else with a
That's
knife.
the point.
So I just got him a
That's
decoy.
the point. If they got stabbed,
Perfect.
it wasn't via a wrench.
Perfect.
It's up to them to make that conclusion. Okay, and then yeah, Emily, you're gonna you see that like giant like small like silver silo? It's on the other side of that wall. If you climb to the top of it, you can jump to the rooftop. Anyway, yeah, so you're gonna go up there, and then David.
Sir.
Do that. You want to do that now?
Yeah, you can do that right now.
Go ahead.
I think they said there was stuff on top of the silos. Doop, 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 doop. You've got to be kidding. The fuck is this? Is there anything? Oh. Oh my gosh.
Dispatch to all units, we received a 911 call at this location of an individual being stabbed. Please identify and respond.
68276.
8017 truck.
68223. Approaching from the west side. We can get units on foot. Triage. We'll triage in the middle.
8123 code 6. Sorry.
You're good.
81's code
22
6.
miles.
Westbound.
Copy. Do one checking eastbound.
857 is going to check the eastbound.
Oh my god.
462, I got a visual of a 47 on the ground, stab wounds, one male suspect kneeling over his body. If I can get EMS to stage, we're currently making contact with them now.
10-4, did you want to come together and check it out? 22.
I'm trying to think is interesting.
If I can get 17 on
The
scene at
actual
south
possession
side
of
to get
moonshine is
the
illegal,
male
but
on
I'm
scene
unsure as
separated
to,
from
like,
the victim,
the,
I'll take over per se.
The making of it and stuff.
Yeah.
Drug paraphernalia. Alcohol's a drug, right?
Would it be?
10-4.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's true.
We got
Is
one
that
male
style
detained on the south side.
paraphernalia?
EMS is before you can move in.
But I mean, this
Any item
this circles
that
back
is
to the
used-
conversation of
Ooh.
5 years
Just
ago.
confirm, has
man.
anyone
Like,
witnessed anything on the
with
east or west side?
Fucking meth tables. And
West
never
is
ever
clear
getting a
for now.
straight answer about it.
Very eastern side is clear.
Any
Copy. It is not
item
code
that's
4.
used for
EMS did not move in yet. We need
manufacturing,
to focus on
distribution,
scan
sale,
the
or
east side of the
consumption
building,
drugs
see if
or
there's any other suspects that may be at
manufacturing,
large.
But that's literally a fucking
10-4.
5-month
I'm
drive
gonna do
still,
a quick run through of the
Yeah,
eastern
but
side again.
it deems it illegal.
Oh, then we can destroy it, I guess.
Eh.
But status on the perimeter search?
The rooftop of both sides are clear.
Copy. And just
Eastern
confirm the east
side.
side's clear.
Eastern side near the ticket booth is going to be all clear for this point in time.
Copy. Let's go ahead and triage towards the center. I'm going to bring the 47 around front, and then if we can bring the victim, the witness around as well.
Okay.
The one I've got a
To a
suspect on
safer point,
the
alright,
northeastern
so-
side. Male, brown hair, all black.
Copy. Let's go ahead and detain everyone who is on scene until we can piece things together.
857, I'm going to have a female individual standing on the factory on the south side of the perimeter.
Copy. If we can get everyone detained in cuffs and then bring them towards the center, we're going to triage here.
How the fuck do we get up?
4.
I'm gonna set you down.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, yeah, man, mate, you want to just come down for us, please, so we can just have a chat about what's going on? How did you
Can
get up
we
there?
bring the witnesses towards the center?
Yeah, AFO,
Did you come up there
80176
via a ladder or
for
something?
suspect.
Copy. And the officer on the south side, let's go ahead and detain the guy who's standing over his body and bring him towards the center. We'll do further questioning here.
10-4, bringing him now.
If you go in my pocket and grab my book, you're going. I can give you my
857, be
book.
advised, the female individual on the roof says that there's somebody else up there with her.
Well, I have my personal protection, my knife to protect me. No?
Knife? Knife? When will I find that knife, son?
You'll find it in my back pocket.
Let's go ahead and detain the guy with cuffs who is standing over the body until we can figure out exactly what happened.
10-4.
That's a hard call to make, but it does need to happen. Putting someone in cuffs who is right over the body Who you suspect got there to try to help?
857, be advised, the female
No,
individual is
just that.
talking about a pet rock, not another individual at this human at this point.
Yeah, grab my book out as well. You're going to see I was writing you a
keep your
script, man.
book. It's all good. I'm not.
Yeah, what happened? Why you here, man? What happened?
The female on the roof, let's see if we can talk her down.
Sir, what happened?
10-4, 10-4.
801, the suspect with brown hair has got a knife. Turn right now.
Are we referring to the female individual on the roof? Sorry.
Affirm.
10-4.
EMS is 1012 to assist with the injured individual.
Copy that, EMS. We're currently still trying to get the scene code for. We got one still at large.
Confirm. Just let me know when it's clear.
Yeah, well, if you're investigating
That
me
is the
for
exact
something,
call
man,
I
need
wanted to
know why
hear.
you're investigating.
You come down, okay? 857, be advised, her friend Rocky might be the knife in question, so we're going to try to keep her separated. Alright, ma'am, let's just forget about Rocky, we'll go get Rocky later, okay? But we need you to come down right now. Don't worry about Rocky.
What happened to that
So
guy
where'd
over
you
there, man?
where'd you get this knife, son?
I bought it at the store with all the other
Well,
knives.
No visual on the
Well,
female
which
individual.
store?
She said she's going to go grab
Ammunition,
Rocky. Might be going for the knife. Stand by. Can I get one unit with me? We're gonna scale this water tower, see if we can get eyes on her. 22 Air 1. Do you have eyes on never, disregard.
10-9, the last?
22.
Air 1. Air 0 is the only thing that exists, but... Oop. Ah! Fuck.
Let's get one additional wrap around, see if we can find a ladder.
820 will search the perimeter.
Copy.
Okay. 857, be advised, we're in the process of getting the female down right now. She says she's put Rocky away, so she could have she's concealed something on her persons. We'll try to get her, detained as soon as
Alright,
we
I do
get there.
believe there is a way up here. She's jumping down on the back roof.
Let's make sure we got 2 officers at the ladder
Okay.
when she comes down.
She's
one
coming
lethal,
down
one
back
non-lethal.
here. There's no ladder, she's just jumping down from different roofs.
I actually don't know how to get up here.
Status at the south side.
There we go.
What's the status at the ladder?
Suspects in cuffs.
Copy. Scenes code 4, EMS can move in.
Hey, firm, EMS is rolling in. They didn't
Once we have
forget.
the female detained at the south side, let's go ahead and bring her around towards triage. Keep her separated and we'll question her.
Sounds like you got fucking shanked.
I'm EMS. Where's the hurt person? Here they are.
So I went ahead and applied an IFACT. I've been sitting here holding pressure on his stab wound.
Okay.
Does seem to have stopped the bleeding. However, he hasn't spoken.
Did any of the other suspects we have detained have any weapons on them? Or?
Hey, firm, one male, leave the male over here had a knife on him.
Is the male with white hair or the male with brown hair?
I'm not actually EMS. In fact, I'm not medically trained at all.
I believe what was relayed was the male with brown hair.
You're,
had a
you're
knife
gonna
on his
be
person.
okay.
It's only my suspect with knife.
Yep, I'm gonna put the C collar on you. I'm gonna apply some ice packs, and I'm gonna put you on a Wait, you get stabbed?
Yeah, I got stabbed.
Okay.
What was I doing,
I-
officer?
I'm gonna pretend to know what to do. I'm going to apply pressure to the wound. Wait, I'm EMS. I'm gonna rinse out the wound, and then I'm going to pack it and bandage it up until we get to a doctor.
Hello, EMS.
Okay, hi.
What's it looking like? Is he just a boo-boo, or is it a
Well,
stunning,
no,
or is he full
I
of
think he got
building?
chefed up.
Oh, fuck. Oh,
Yeah,
no.
he got chefed up.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay though. I cleaned out the wound and I packed it, and now we're just gonna bring him to the hospital where a doctor's gonna fix the problem.
All right.
Hopefully reduce the bleeding.
Anyone be advised, the MS is saying the victim got chefed up, so not looking good.
I mean, you know what I did? I didn't stab no one. I was writing my book peacefully,
What
man.
did you just do? Irish, thank you for the 17 months, man. I appreciate it.
Up from the sky, we were told that there might be been something else. At this point in
I
time,
didn't
now I'm
want
just
to
gonna.
leave Rocky in the sun because they didn't bring any like sunblock.
Okay.
Yeah.
At this point in time.
The 47's loaded. If I can have 177 transport EMS to CMC.
820 can assist.
Copy.
I'm gonna step in. We're not calling it CMC. I don't want to hear any of you ever call it that.
Could you just repeat that last? I just.
Why are you so
Crusade Medical
offended?
Center. I hate
Are
it.
we still good in getting statements from all our...
What do you call it?
There's only one
Corporate
CMC, and it's Christian McCaffrey. It's not Crusade
We're
Medical
still
Center.
interviewing
Who?
the female.
The male knife
He's playing in the Super
appears
Bowl
to be
today. Yeah, that should tell you all you
completely
need to
clean, no
know.
blood
Who?
or anything on it. So either could have been wiped or he could be not involved, but we'll just corroborate.
He's the running back for the 49ers.
Copy.
Um,
Description from the witness stated it was a guy in all black with a black mask. Couldn't provide any distinguishable traits. We're gonna go ahead and
who?
we'll wrap up our interrogation
Sports
if
guy.
everyone's got everything.
Oh,
we're
that
looking
must
for.
be Taylor Swift's
I don't think we have
boyfriend.
any probable cause on the guy.
No, he's playing on the other team from Taylor Swift's
The
boyfriend.
other team?
Yeah.
10-4.
Okay. Yeah,
the
I lost
female
interest.
individual is going to be code 4 as well. She had nothing on her. Or presents 33.
That's fair.
Go sports.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone
feel
got
like this
make
one's
sure
gone
put their IDs and phone numbers. And
This
all
has
that.
gone
So if we do need to
pretty
contact them, we'll
smooth,
follow up.
actually.
Yeah.
10-4.
Also, big,
shit.
massive props to Johnson.
Are you good with
For
cutting the brown hand off
specifically
there, Liz?
telling me as EMS it's not code 4 because there's still one outstanding. And the moment they were placed in cuffs, immediately called it code 4 and had EMS roll in.
Sterling from Frost.
Solid.
That's real solid.
862, send it.
Who
Yeah, have you
was
cut the brown hand
primary
off,
from
Liz,
the
or-
not
Hey,
primary, but
primary,
like who
we got
took
this
control
one.
from the start?
Sterling.
Your report up, if we can just document the statements, get the evidence attached.
This is good. This is good.
Yeah.
It's going okay, Irish. It's going okay.
call it Crusade Medical Center.
It's not even Crusade. It's Central.
Yeah, but
It
it's
doesn't
on
matter, it's
Crusade.
Crusade Medical
it's on
Center.
Crusade, though.
Okay. Alright. Copy that. No problem.
Just like how we're not doing the whole back 10-8 thing anymore.
Showing you back in service. Y'all remember the sassy dispatcher who used to call that out?
I loved
Yeah.
it.
Who was it? Who did it? I forget who it was.
Hey, 5-7,
10-4, 320, showing you back
Sorry, go
in
ahead.
service.
You go.
Is it Kylie?
I was just going to say the female individual's all
I'm not
good.
sure.
Just let her go. I've got some details from her.
There was someone after Kylie.
Dispatch 8017 traffic. Can we clear that 1011 tonight?
I just can't remember who anymore. It's been so long.
I
857
like what
Central.
they're doing in shift 2 with it. Like, is Jimmy 2 times? You know, the guy that says everything like twice at the end of a sentence. He says it like 3 times. So,
All right,
they've just been getting on people for impersonating him.
What feedback y'all? Wait, are they just talking, or is everything concluded?
I think they've pretty much concluded. They let everybody out of cuffs and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have the. I think scene control was solid in this case, especially having been provided the prior feedback. And if they take situations like this, and do exactly as they just did, they will be phenomenal.
Yeah, I think that was good. Only exception would be when they were trying to get the girl down. Like,
I mean, it's a tricky situation, right? Like,
it is tricky.
They have 4 suspects. So, ideally, you want assistance with something like that, but it's
Yeah.
rough spot.
All right. In this situation, I kind of want to ask them how they sort of like ran through and get their sort of mindset.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Y'all ready to talk?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So for the officers in this situation, who took scene control?
Silver.
All right, Silver. I want you to get next to everybody else who, was playing the role of an officer here, and then people on the opposite side, y'all group up as well. All right. So, Silver, run me through your thought process here. Because I imagine y'all have had enough time to sort of figure everything out, consolidate statements, and then make a determination on what happened, right?
Yeah, so initially going into it, I'm looking for anyone who may be brandishing a weapon and indicative that they may have intent to cause harm. That's my first thing. And if I don't see anything like that, I'm going to be more focused on trying to tend to the stabbed person while we, continue to code 6 and look for other people. My main concern, though, was just making sure that everyone that was in the area was accounted for, just to ensure that all weapons that could have been used in the stabbing would have been documented and collected if it came down to that. Overall, though, when I have everyone, in a safe spot, my next concern is getting to a point which is going to be like centralized for everyone to do their job in an organized way. So like for me, when I see people standing organized visually, it's like a way for me mentally to remain more organized with the questioning, so we can move our way from one person to another
right down for that.
in an organized fashion, kind of piece the stories together as we're actively, talking to them. So by that, I can kind of make my way around to the different people, see what other people are saying, figure out who has a weapon, and then kind of have little one-on-ones with people.
I just
once they
realized.
seem like they've got
Wasn't Johnson.
got enough from their witnesses. But for me, if anyone's seen anyone out with a weapon, trying to seize their weapon, see if that had any DNA associated with the crime. If no one's seen anything, which is kind of what we got, was there was a guy in all black, ran up, stabbed the guy, ran off. We didn't really have anything on scene as far as evidence-wise to prove that that was a knife that was used to stab it. But nonetheless, we documented it and then have it in the report just in case there's anything that comes later on. We can say, go back to that report and use that as supporting evidence. But unless like anyone's really adamant on they seen this person stab him, then for me it's kind of be see if anything comes back from the crime labs or evidence.
Got it. Okay. And I'm still getting familiar to everybody's voice. Were you the one to also call code 4 for EMS to roll in?
Initially, I did call it code 4 before we had secured the scene, and then made sure to let EMS know it wasn't code 4. I did kind of jump the gun on that. I didn't get confirmation that the east side of the perimeter was cleared before I did say it was code 4, but when I did get confirmation that the northeast and west was secure, I did call it code 4 for EMS to move in and start providing treatment.
Got it. And just from all the officers involved in this, was everybody who was in the area detained and placed in cuffs immediately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, everybody that we could. Yes.
Got it. All right. I'm gonna be honest. This situation went really well in the grand scheme of things. The only sort of point of contention was dealing with the individual on the roof, which delayed medical from being able to roll in, which is unfortunate. But the reality is, if there is someone out there potentially with the knife and EMS rolls in, right, the last thing you want is the person coming to save somebody then needing to be saved because they got stabbed. I think the way in which this occurred, I you know, obviously utilizing the knowledge given from the prior incident worked out really, really well. Trust me when I say no superior will look down at you if you end up in a he said, she said situation where you ultimately can't push charges. If you firmly believe that somebody committed a crime but you can't prove it, guess what? It's irrelevant. You're good. You, pretty
Prove
much.
what you can prove. It's that simple.
Yeah. So this went really, really well. I mean, the moment that the last individual was called out as having been put in cuffs, EMS was cleared to roll in once everything was deemed safe. You know, as scene lead, the important part is taking control of almost every aspect, whether that be EMS arriving on scene, units dealing with certain individuals, being assigned to questioning people. But what I can tell you is the moment you have everybody in cuffs and the potential moving parts come to a halt, so that you no longer have to worry about somebody potentially leaving the scene because they're now in cuffs and they're shackled, it makes life so much easier. I promise you that. Because if you find out that one person potentially witnessed something that you questioned earlier, and you now find out that they're nowhere on scene because they weren't placed in cuffs, guess what? There's now a hole in the story, right? That's completely avoidable by placing people in cuffs. And it's not always easy. Sometimes you get to senior buns and there's 15 people there, half of which only just got there when you arrived, but you don't know that. You just see a large group of people. But overall, this went really, really well. Really well. I think the application of the, prior information given in the last situation helped a lot. And that being said, for people who were not the officers in this situation, did y'all see sort of how everything played out regarding, people being separated, questioned, cuffed, frisked, all that stuff?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Perfect. I don't really have too much regarding the situation at hand. I think it overall went really, really well.
Great work.
I agree.
Yeah.
Who do I give the knife back to?
Yeah, you guys did great.
Oh, that was mine.
Those Reds. Yeah.
I got it from someone. I don't know who.
There you go.
I don't know if we have enough time to run another.
That would be cutting it.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Hey, what can we do for like 15 minutes?
And cuts.
I mean, I think so. I mean, just having a discussion about them would be ideal.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna do it. Listen. I mean, Barrick, I'm gonna hand it off to you, but I'm gonna say this. All right? 10 codes are important. All right? But us spitting out 10 codes to you right now is pointless. Y'all are not gonna retain that information. 10 codes are something that come with just repetition, repeating it continuously, utilizing it, right? Because it's crazy the amount of people I can ask, what's the 10 code for calling EMS, and they don't know. But when they're on scene,
52.
yep, but when they're on scene with the person, they have no problem saying EMS from PD, need 52 at insert location. Because it's habit. it literally, for whatever reason, it works that way. It just does. So, you know, I'm gonna let Barrick do his thing with 10 codes, but please, on your own time, definitely reference them, at least the most commonly used ones that can be found in our SOPs, because you will likely use a decent amount of them.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to go crazy in depth through it because, like Rhodes was just saying, a lot of it is just something you're going to have to get used to. You're going to actually have to like look at them and start to memorize them and familiarize yourself with them throughout, whether it be studying or literally just experiencing them and having to use them on the field. Because otherwise, you know, you're essentially looking at, I don't know, 30, 40 different sets of numbers that each mean something specific. And I don't think most people aren't going to be able to just retain that information on the spot like that. But
To be
I guess we
true.
can start rifling them off and seeing who can answer them. Frost, you're not included in this.
I was a dispatcher. I should be.
All right.
I should be good.
All
Let
right,
me
Sterling,
see.
you are
What is
also
me?
not included in this then. 1023.
That's what oh, yeah.
Don't raise your hands, just
Arriving on
bring it
scene.
up.
Yeah, on scene.
Okay.
Arrived on scene, yeah.
All right, 47.
Injured
Injured
person.
person.
Okay. 1099.
Stolen vehicle.
10-6.
Busy.
Busy unless
Out.
urgent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. 1025.
Meet in person.
1037.
Investigate a suspicious vehicle.
Suspicious thing, yeah, suspicious area.
Just suspicious activity. That's that.
Just suspicious activity.
Yeah, just suspicious
Not
activity.
always tied to a vehicle.
Yeah.
1020.
Location.
Location.
Oh.
Requesting location. No.
Oh.
Don't let me ever hear somebody say, where, somebody gonna ask you where something is?
On my 20!
Don't let anybody
On my
ever
20.
hear on my 20.
If
Never.
we knew where your 20 was, we wouldn't be asking. Okay? If you are asking for assistance, do not assume anybody knows where you are at. Ever. Okay? You need, if someone got a gun and they're about to shoot you and you need to get on radio and call for 78s, listen, if we have to sit there and try to figure out manually where you are versus 78's departments, you know, Palomino, whatever it is, something. Communication is key. Absolutely key. I mean, that sort of delves into radio etiquette, but pet peeve of anybody with experience, I promise you.
78's on my 20.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
it could
much.
be like the middle of the fucking Vietnam War. You could be, I'm getting fucking shot like from like 3 different directions, and somebody's gonna come over the radio. Oh, where? Wait, on my 20, on my. Nobody knows.
And then you're
Nobody,
dead.
yeah.
Yeah,
then you're dead.
that's beeps.
And then I'll let you know what happens. And then we show up later than we could have, and we take you to the hospital, and nothing happens. Pretty much how it goes. Or you can give us the information necessary, and we can do something about it, and maybe get there on time. Fair enough?
This should be true.
Now 10-8.
Then it is when
Nobody.
you're back on service.
Okay, yeah, but there's an important clarification to this.
Should we give him an
I
example?
never want to hear anybody say back 10-8. Now, you're going to hear a lot of other people do it. But that doesn't mean that you should. Be a part of the solution, not the problem. Okay? Yeah, because all these people just run around saying, insert call sign here, back 10-8, which is just back in service.
Yeah, it's like saying chai tea. You're saying TT.
Yeah, it's like saying SMH, my head.
Yeah.
It just makes no sense.
We used to have a dispatcher many years ago who, when people would say back 10-8, they would intentionally repeat, showing you back in service.
That's great.
Yeah, solid. Made you really sit there and question,
Yeah, that's a good way to get people to stop saying it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Or
do
don't
that.
say 1041, 10-8.
Yeah.
No, 1041 is
Yeah, because you're saying
yeah, you can
on duty, back in service.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
Or, no, I will crucify whoever says active traffic stop in some kind of situation. Like,
I was just thinking to myself, active 1038.
Oh my God. 22.
Disregard.
10-4.
Copy
What?
that.
What?
10-4.
Okay.
Acknowledge, I think, is the exact one.
Now I'm gonna say something that you're never gonna hear on radio, okay? Because there are quite a few of these 10 codes where people just don't say the 10 out of habit. We're all guilty of it. Everyone here, because nobody says 1076. Everyone says 76. Right? You won't get crucified. We all do it. But what the fuck is 76?
En route.
On route.
Yeah, en route.
Uh-huh. Barrick, you ever hear anyone say 1076?
Yeah,
I
Who?
have actually.
I do.
Well, I can
I've heard,
guarantee
it's
you
mostly
will,
like cadets. And
Cadets? Okay, listen.
Stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna be real. All right, I'm a realist. 10 code should almost always start with a 10. But nobody says 1052s, we say 52s. Nobody says 1076, it's 76. Nobody says 1078! No, it's fucking 78, right? There are certain things, especially when it comes to 78s, where, again, time is of the essence, right? Even 77s. When people call for 77s, they don't say 1077. In fact, that sounds weird to me. Like, I don't know if it's just me. Frost, Sky, Barrick, okay? Nobody
weird.
says 1077. It's, requesting 77s. It is the way it is. Although they're 10 codes, they've been reduced.
95.
Yeah, exactly. Dispatch 130. 1095. No, it's just 95. It sounds weird, okay? But there are so many where it's perfectly fine. 10-2, 10-3, 10-4, 10-6, 7, 8, right? Like 10-9. There are so many 10 codes where it's very normal, but then there are others where it is actually strange. And the only people genuinely who say it with the 10 beforehand are cadets that are referencing their 10 codes because it's appropriate to do so. But then y'all, trust me, y'all will end up just saying 76. You won't say 1076 because it's weird.
If I do 826 requesting 1077 on my 20, I'm gonna get shot.
I will beat your ass personal.
There's a reason why you stuttered there. It's because it sounded weird.
So don't do that. Yeah, it did sound weird, but
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
The on my 20 alone, I'm gonna hit you with the fucking walking stick I have right now. Like
What about active 80?
Oh, ain't no way.
Oh, I say 1080.
1080 is fine.
Because active pursuit in progress, yeah, maybe.
It's not the
Does
worst.
that also apply to a foot
It's a
pursuit?
little.
It's more acceptable than, yeah.
What, Frost?
Can you use long eyes?
I will punch you.
Use what?
Long eyes.
Ain't no booba here.
Long
Yeah,
eyes.
You could.
Ugh.
Well, just to answer that previous question, yeah, a foot pursuit can be classified as a 1080. Because a 1080 is just a pursuit in general.
Right. Okay.
What's a 98?
Jailbreak.
Ooh.
Some kind of prison situation, yeah. Alpha, jailbreak, Bravo, lockdown. Yeah. Kind of big situation going on. 1050. This is gonna be really important for all of y'all.
Accident.
Yep.
Crash.
I thought
There
you were
you
gonna
go.
add something to that.
You know what? 1050 is kind of an in-between. It's kind of like when you ask someone, do they pronounce it data or data? And they say both. It depends on the circumstance. 50 is one of those, you know, people use both. Sometimes people will say, you know, 1050, typically when referring to the person they're pursuing, but when they crash as an officer, you know, dispatch 130, 50, whatever, you know, struck a civilian. No, that's terrible, but that's a very in-between, depends on circumstance, at least in my mind. Did we do 1038?
Well, they should know that.
Traffic stop.
What, Frost?
Squealer!
Yes.
You said you were the assistant to what?
Assistant to the senior citation officer.
And you didn't respond to what a 38 was?
It's a traffic stop.
You didn't respond. I'm disappointed.
There's so many people were talking. I knew it.
What's a 70?
The number.
I don't know that one.
Oh, wow. He said it's a number.
David, you'll be great in court.
But he said, but he didn't say what's a 1070.
Did you try to cause a 70?
Yeah.
So, did I hear someone over here? I heard someone fall. I'm hearing stuff, don't mind me.
Yeah.
I do believe we're at the tail end.
I have a question.
What's up?
Robbery in progress is anything that has to do with a burglary as well?
No. Burglary is different.
It's a 1031 Alpha.
That's a burglary. I see.
Yeah.
Speaking of robbery with a deadly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're gonna be done here. We'll take you back to Mission Row. Look over the 10 codes and be ready to use them all tomorrow. Today has been very informational, but tomorrow is gonna be very action-based. So Just be prepared. Get ready.
10-4.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Before everyone heads over
Good
to the
night.
vehicles, real quick, I know everybody has a different sort of style or way in which they prefer to learn, right? Every FTO on this shift that I know is more than willing to accommodate any sort of, specific style of learning, okay? If you do not feel comfortable being corrected in the moment because you think you'll get flustered and end up making more mistakes, let us know that. Again, as long as it's not going to result in somebody getting injured or their rights violated, mistakes are acceptable. They are expected, okay? And it's why we're there. It's why y'all aren't going to be allowed to be alone for a bit until y'all prove yourselves capable of doing so. But when you are with us, ask questions. Because if you make a mistake because you're too afraid to ask a question, the consequences of that are far worse than, again, asking a question which we expect to happen, if that makes any sense. Okay? We don't bite. I know someone may have mentioned that we do. We don't, I promise. I ain't biting any of y'all, make that clear. But we want to see y'all succeed, okay? Trust me. We want y'all to succeed. We need y'all.
Please, for the love of God.
In fact, more than that, we challenge you to be successful. We challenge you to be successful in place of all the others that came before you that failed. In
I'm
place
gonna
of
be
all
the
the
best.
others that came before you that did not step up to the occasion. All the ones that, faced adversity and just crawled down into a little hole and stayed there. It's not going to be easy. Every day, you are going to be challenged. Even long after you're not a cadet anymore. Every day you're going to be challenged. You can read over the SOPs 1,000 times if you want. You can memorize every single word. You're still going to deal with things out there every single day that we can't prepare you for and that a sheet of paper can't prepare you for. The only person that can prepare yourself for that is yourself. And to have as level head as possible when that situation comes and use all the information that you've gathered throughout your time here for that situation. But above all that, I challenge you to just be the best you that you possibly can. Both for yourself, most importantly, and then for the department and for the city. Just be the best you possible. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
And we'll get after it again.
Hoo-ha. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
And on that note, it was kind of a goodbye, but also we'll give you a ride of mission round.
Yeah, that's true.
Sir.
Okay, bye. Can I drive yet, or am I still fucked? Let's see.
You should be able to.
Spider-Man stuff happening again.
How many cadets can an FTO take
No, thank you.
on?
I can't.
Two.
Two? Okay,
We
that's
can
not
take 2 on a shift. I can't drive. I'm still broken.
Oh, jeez.
David?
So, how do y'all feel?
I feel pretty good. It's a lot of information, but yeah.
It is. It's why a lot of the sort of introduction related stuff is over the course of a few days, because let's be real, after 3-4 hours you're not retaining any information. Like it's just not going to happen, at least for most people, right? It may work well for some, but a lot of what we do is to accommodate the majority, because if we have to, it's just not practical to tailor, training related stuff to a small amount of people.
Yeah.
So we do it in this manner. For some it's not ideal, but you know, we can then dedicate more time to anybody else who needs the additional time. Let me just make sure that this has been responded to. All right, we're good. Apologies. I was just making sure that that 47 in the area was responded to.
Copy.
Anyone have food by chance?
No.
I got one.
I'm
gonna transition back to the main
You want
frequency.
to get some of the general store? Pass right by it on the way by.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
I got a meteorite bar in the glove box.
Thank
Nice.
you.
I'll buy you guys too. And thank you for taking the time to do this with the academy and stuff like that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, listen, we signed up for this, okay? We have no... There truly is no incentive or personal gain as a result of doing FTO stuff. So when I say that the people who are doing it for the right reasons, I genuinely mean that. I can't stress enough how much we want y'all to succeed. A lot of people think we just show up to the job every day, do the bare minimum and move on. When I say shift 3 specifically is down bad, it's down bad on the basis of literally not having bodies. Not because people are essentially doing things poorly, but like logistically we can't deal with the concurrent amount of crime. And for context, right now on duty outside of y'all, me, Barrick, and Sky, the FTOs who have been preoccupied for the past 6 hours. So there is no on-duty officer at the moment.
No, there's
That's shift 3, and it has been shift 3 for a while.
It's okay, we're here now. We're gonna help you guys.
Yeah,
Slow down.
Cadets as well.
I had a question.
Ask away.
Like for our group with us scenario, like what was there anything that I've could have done better in general, or just more just making sure people are cuffed?
I mean, honestly, making sure people are cuffed is pretty much it. As scene lead, like I said. So here's the thing: the second sort of scenario that occurred, they went into that with more information. Considering, oh, hold up. They went into that with more information considering the feedback from the first one, right? But this is something that we expect. Like, you know, the second situation was bound to go better with the information provided after the first. You know what I mean? Like, if we say, listen, in order for this to have been perfect, this is what you got to do. If y'all had the opportunity to do another, unfortunately, we ran out of time. Y'all would have done great. There's not a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, there's so many cops. It's like a locust swarm.
Hello, citizens.
That window tint's looking awfully dark.
I can see out of it just fine, actually.
Well, it's not about seeing out as much as it is seeing in legally.
I mean, I think you can see me.
Yeah.
Well, what you think and what I'm telling you are two different things. I can't see you.
Genius.
Oh no.
Now they see our faces.
They're beautiful faces.
You know what? Roll those windows back up. I'd rather not.
What the fuck?
Oh, mama.
What the? That's out of pocket.
Mama.
Wow.
What I do?
Wow.
That means they're ugly.
It's just a J. It's just a J.
How
Listen,
do we
you're.
put boots on their cars. I've been trying
You do need to be professional.
What, you want to put boots on the cars because they're ugly?
Some of us have established
Oh my god.
relationships with people,
Oh my god.
What? Huh?
Is that it? I'm kidding. You asked how to put boots on their cars. I said, is it because they're ugly?
Ooh.
No, I just, in general, I would like to know what the I can't read the legislation. What criteria do we have to meet to be able to boot cars?
So legally, there's nothing indicating that police specifically can. Believe it or not.
I hate that.
Yeah, I do too. Trust me, I want to boot cars all the time.
Oh, this guy's just gonna cut you off.
So unfortunately, we can't really.
Are
I believe
locals
it.
or something else.
I believe it does indicate something to the extent of like needing to be part of a tow company, and a few different things, but.
Got it.
I would like the moonlight as a meter maid, to be honest.
You've been amazing, meter maid.
Thank
There's
you.
a lot of
You'll
storage
change the
in
world
there.
for the better, man.
For what it's worth, I'm a big traffic cop. I love. If I could do traffic stops all day, every day, I would.
Yeah. I've seen you quite a bit down on Buccaneer Way for Grant.
Oh yeah, I was there yesterday. I probably got like 10, 15 people.
Oh my god.
You burn a red light.
It just ran a red lane for the 3 cop cars.
Some people.
Oh no, what are you talking about? We're invisible.
They weren't they didn't realize, but now they realized and they stopped at the next one.
Oh.
Yes.
No, we're not actually gonna pull them over. We're gonna talk.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Hello.
let's make sure we're stopping at all red lights, okay?
Yeah, I apologize. It's really hard to see that light on the other side of the bridge. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the truck's high.
But you
see
didn't
it, I'm,
even
like,
proceed
almost
with
through.
caution. You went through at a normal speed.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Slow
That's a good
slow it
call. I
down.
could slow it
and...
down before I hit it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Thank you.
Stay safe.
That was a really nice way you approached that.
What was that?
I said that was a really nice way that you approached that.
Okay, so although I'm a big traffic cop, often, not every day, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that this always happens, but in an overwhelming majority of cases, I approach traffic stops in it's a very like the ball is in your court type deal, where I give you the opportunity to admit to your wrongdoing, and if you're honest with me, I am far lenient. Okay, but the moment you lie to me, the moment I know you're bullshitting, right? There is no leniency whatsoever. Zero. Oh my gosh.
Hell yeah.
Dispatch. Oh. Any units on 8 swap to 1. Dispatch 130. Oh, actually, disregard. I thought there was no EMS available. I don't know what happened. But,
Oh, guys. Let's see if
there is, but I suspect something happened. Maybe they went off duty and back on duty, because before the EMS was under SCU, so it was SCU, then EMS, and then you guys. Oh, actually, hey Barrick, you on frequency?
Hey, from.
Should we get them to or set their call signs at the
We can
lobby?
do that tomorrow.
Hey,
We'll start tomorrow.
Is that something that they have to take a nap for, or is it just signing off duty and back on?
Signing off duty and back on.
Hey, firm. All right, we should be good on that front then. All right, let's get y'all over. I'm gonna head over to the vending machine, grab some food, and hope for the best.
That way,
Possibly to some extent.
that's what I was curious about.
Guess we won't know until future dates, but either way. Yeah, if it wasn't previously mentioned, if you go off duty and if you leave the building, make sure you don't have any police equipment on you.
It's in your
Big
locker.
no-no, big no-no. And yeah, just put it in your locker, and we'll see you tomorrow. Same time, same place.
Oh, also,
10-4.
do not purchase civilian firearms. Like, do not go to ammunition and purchase any. With the weapons license provided by the police department, we have specifically set forth, guidelines regarding that, and it is not allowed under any circumstances, at least at the moment, until further notice.
All right, 10-4.
10-4.
And 4, sir.
Hey, firm.
Hey, firm.
5,